Hello, my name is Corban and this is Corban Conversations. This is Peter. Welcome back. So my goal here is to shed some light on the very real issue that is lonely teenagers. And I think it's something that most people have seen for a while now, that there is this there's this collective agreement that we don't need each other anymore. And that's amongst adults and teens alike. And it really is unfortunate because the side of human nature that you can never get rid of is that need for community. And community in the very real sense of the word, meaning we want to communicate or be in communion with each other, right? That desire will never go away. And it's especially rampant when you're a teenager, especially if you're a girl, right? Teens tend to want acceptance from their peers, right? As they become more of who they are, they become more of themselves, they learn more about themselves. We want acceptance, right? Because once you become a teenager, you begin to defer from the mores and the values that your family has instilled in you, and you become sort of your own person. And so in those pivotal years of, being a teenager, we want a stronger connection. But nowadays, that connection is dying or completely dead. Right? Some people would say it's completely dead, and it's a very real problem. And one of the reasons why my channel has so many negative topics is not because I'm a pessimistic or negative person. Far from it, actually. I tend to want to look at things with a good eye, with an objective viewpoint and I'd say an optimistic viewpoint. But there is too much sadness as a result of these social things and social negatives that's going around, and some of the effects of that sadness are very real consequences, sometimes involving life and death, right? And so I feel the need to address these issues. I'm not sure if that entire spiel made sense, but bear with me. Which is why I'm talking about this topic, right? Lonely teens. Most of us are lonely. Like extremely lonely. Even the people you see and think that have many friends, if you have a real conversation with them, you notice that these people are dead inside. So lonely, and it's a real problem. So what do we do about this problem? I'd say, first of all, because society isn't going to just change all of a sudden for you, right? And although I tend to like to give advice about what a person can do about their own life, the reality is no matter what you do in your personal life, you can't change society in real time, right? So you have to change your outlook first. You have to realize the day and age that we live in, right? The time that we live in and how people operate, how people are, right? People hardly or barely interact with each other on a deep level, and so more people are more shallow when they interact with you. Now you have to be willing to see through that, right? There are like 15 walls between the person and what they say or how they present themselves nowadays. So you have to be prepared for that. Okay, if you want to get to know someone truly and intimately, it's probably going to take a long time, right? In today's world, it's going to take a long time to get through to that person. So what do? You have to remember and reassure yourself that no matter what happens in this world, no matter how people treat you, how people interact with you, you are your own person and you have your own purpose on this earth. And at the end of the day, whether or not you gain gratification from any one person by being an intimate friend, or you get attention from someone because they see innate value in you, you still have value in the fact that you are here for a reason and there's something you should be pursuing. That has to be the backbone of how you operate, right? Because although we are a very lonely generation, a very lonely people, we crave too much the acceptance of our peers, right? So it's an irony, right? It's kind of an irony. It's a social irony because we are the most lonely, but we want acceptance the most. We need it more than is necessary. So I'd say the first step in solving that loneliness you feel is by stop looking for people to inform you of the value that you already have. No one can give you value by being your friend. You are already valuable, and they've decided to see that value, and they decided to acknowledge that value, and thus they decided to be your friend. There's nothing you can do about that, right? So that's the first thing. You have to establish who you are as a person before and establish what it is you're going after, and then everything else falls into place. Number two, we have to become less selfish. When you're in an awkward position, maybe you don't know the person, do not let it be that your first instinct is to go on your phone, right? Although that might be more comfortable, it cuts the tension, it's less awkward. Don't do it. Be awkward. Suffer the awkwardness. Hold that tension. Talk to the person, right? Dude, we go around this world once. We have one life, not two. One. A little bit of awkwardness when you're 18 won't hurt, and you will definitely not remember when you're 35, right? That helps build character. It helps form who you are. Some awkwardness is good. It teaches, right? So cut the crap. Don't go on your phone at the first sign of awkwardness or tension, right? The way you cut the tension, the most effective way of cutting the tension is talking to the person you're looking at, talking to the person who's in your vicinity. That's how things will change, right? Unless someone takes initiative to undermine this wave of loneliness, it's never gonna stop. It's gonna grow, and your kids are gonna have a worse time, right? So that changes with you. That changes now. So I understand that it's a real problem, and everyone seeks connection and love and attention at some point or another, but something has to be done. It's not going to just magically fix itself, and human beings are not meant to survive and live this way without connection, without attention, without affection, without love. It's impossible. No wonder so many people are depressed, right? It's not natural for us to live this way. We are social creatures, and that's never going to change. So take heart and understand that the world can change if you change, because you are a part of this world, and allow that to motivate you. Allow that to motivate you, and things might change. That's all I got to say. I don't know what else to say. What other advice I could give you? That's all that's on my mind right now, and I thought it'd be helpful for someone out there struggling. Thank you for watching. This is Corban Conversations, and I will see you next time. Peace out.